Hello, my friends. Welcome here. We are in August, and I do not typically do this. This is something that's new for me this year. I don't usually review any curriculum really that we're using until the end of our school year, but I decided to do that this year because one, a lot of you are starting your school year around now, and I think it might be helpful for anyone who's like looking at curriculum, and two, it helps me to remember because I forget things along the way. And so I thought it would be helpful to do sort of like a mid-year, although it's a little bit past mid-year for us now, but mid-year homeschool curriculum update for each grade level that I'm doing this year with my kids. And I'm just going to share my thoughts on what we think so far this year and any changes we've made, and go with that. Today I'm going to do fourth grade, which is what my son's in, and I say fourth grade loosely because he's actually kind of in between third and fourth, and I pull curriculum based on where he's at, not necessarily grade level. So let's chat about that. This is going to be for his individual subjects. We do group subjects as a family, so we do Bible, literature, although he does have individual literature, history, and science all together as a family, and that's going fine. Like, I don't feel like I need to do a great big review on that right now. We use Sunlight for that, and it's going really well. So let's just chat about my son's individual subjects. I'm going to start with language arts. He has been using The Good and the Beautiful Level 3 language arts this year, and it's gone fine. Like, I don't have any big, like, this is not working or this is terrible or whatever. It's gone fine. He has enjoyed the shared readers that they have. We just finished the third one, which was Heather and the Highland Pony, and he's enjoyed doing that with me. He's doing okay. I would say that his writing could definitely do with a little bit more structure at this point, and I will be changing his language arts curriculum next year to something different, and then probably something different again the year after. But I think I'm going to speak to that more toward the end of the year, as because I haven't totally solidified everything yet. So I do plan on switching, because what I do want a little bit more of, I want more rigor in grammar and writing. And while I have enjoyed The Good and the Beautiful for him this year, and even last year, I just feel as though he could do with a little bit more structure in that regard. So this is not discounting that curriculum, because actually it's been very enjoyable and he is learning. It's not like he's not learning stuff, but I just feel like I could push him to do a little bit more, and for things to be a little less spiral than what The Good and the Beautiful is. So not a bad curriculum, not a bad review, but just I think next year we're going to be moving to something different. His literature, he's just doing so well with the Sunlight readers. He is ahead with the Sunlight readers. I've been letting him read ahead. Like, he will, instead of reading one chapter a day, sometimes he'll read 3 or 4 chapters a day, and I'm fine with that. I've actually got next year's readers already, so when he finishes off this year's ones, if he's done like well before the end of the school year, I'll just let him carry on. Otherwise, I do plan on getting him books for over the summer, just so he's got some. He doesn't necessarily have to have assigned reading over the summer, but I do want my kids to be doing some reading daily, and I just want good books available to them. So I'm just going to be a little bit more planned about that this year. So literature, language arts, going well. Pretty happy with them overall. Math, he just finished up grade 3 from Math with Confidence. Really enjoyed that grade. Math with Confidence is I just think it's a fantastic homeschool math curriculum. I think that it just holds your hand in every way that a homeschool parent needs it held. When you're unsure of things, it's given me a greater understanding of math concepts, and my son is really strong in math. So that's been really great. So we finished that up. We did not actually do all of the review lessons at the end, because I knew that in 4th grade he would be reviewing at the beginning anyway, and so I felt like it was kind of a moot point for him. So we did finish off the unit, but we didn't end up doing all of the review lessons at the end, because he started grade 4 now and it is still review. So I'm just plan on using that until they have no more levels left, which I think he's still got. I think they're going to have 5 and 6 still. So he's still got like another 3 years essentially of being able to use Math with Confidence. After that, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do yet. but I will be thinking through. I've toyed with the idea of doing Saxon math with Nicole, the math lady. I definitely want something that is not all parent led and intensive for high school. I didn't have a great experience with high school math using Abeka because it was just hard. And Abeka, while they do have a homeschool curriculum, it's not really set up to explain to parents why things are the way that they are, like why the answer is this. It's just like, here's the answer. And so I remember like just struggling with trying to get from like, why can't I get this answer right? And my mom's struggling as well. And we didn't have online help back then either. So for me, it's really important to have all of those tools available. So that's what I'm going to be looking for in the future. For language arts, it's kind of similar. I really enjoyed Abeka when I did it for grammar and stuff. It was fine, but I struggled with the writing component. I did not feel like I got good writing instruction. And I know my mom said the same thing. She struggled with the writing and teaching that. And so I know that that's something I really want to focus on for my kids when they get a little older. At this point, I'm looking at IEW. I have been doing a lot of research on a lot of different writing programs. I like the looks of IEW for right now. I like their fix-it grammar. It seems manageable and it seems very straightforward and clear-cut. So we will not be starting that this year. I don't even know that we'd start it next year. It will probably be the year following when my son is 11. I feel like that's a good age for him to start doing that. And in the meantime, we will switch to a different curriculum that is stronger in writing for language arts. But I will talk more about that as I figure it all out, So I am very much thinking, it's kind of crazy because he's in a grade, he's still in early, grades, but all of a sudden we're going from like little kid school to older kid school. And it's not big kid school yet, but we're kind of getting to that stage now. And it's just crazy to me. I'm like, all of a sudden I'm just like, these years are going to go by way too fast, like way too fast. I feel like it's crazy. I was sitting down and like planning out our next school term, which is our term 5, and then we have term 6. And I'm like, how am I looking at the end of our school year already? I feel like we just began. So it's so bittersweet. So bittersweet. So there's that. To go along with language arts, his handwriting is where I did make a change this term. And my thought process behind that, he has used the Good and the Beautiful handwriting almost exclusively, and I've been very happy with it. I think they have a very solid handwriting program. I really like it. However, for the past 2 years, he's been doing cursive handwriting, which he hasn't loved. He's never really loved handwriting at all. But cursive handwriting, he doesn't love it, and his printing is not to a point where I'm very happy with it yet. And so I was like, I don't want to take him back to like how to form letters, because it's not that. It's just more a case of like discipline and going slow and writing neatly. And because the focus has all been on cursive, he hasn't really had opportunity to do that. And the Good and the Beautiful doesn't have a ton of writing practice in level 3. And so what I ended up doing was looking more towards copy work. But I didn't want to just have like things that I read out to him I didn't want to do dictation because he's got a spelling curriculum that works well at the moment. So what I ended up doing was getting this copywork book, and this is just a cover that I made on Canva because I didn't have a cover with it. But the PDF from Queen Homeschool, which is a Charlotte Mason curriculum company, and it's their copywork for little boys, I think it was. Yeah, copywork for little boys. There's 180 daily lessons, and literally all they're doing is copying. I'll try and take you to a blank page. One little section every day. And I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but my whole idea with it is that it's quantity rather than, it's quality rather than quantity. I really, really wanted him to focus on having very neat printing rather than just getting it done. And so I just wanted a very short amount of stuff that he needed to write out, but that he would do it to his best ability. And so that is what we've been doing. And it's just a short amount. And he's doing okay. I'm like tweaking things each day and being like, well, you need to focus a little bit more on this and more on that. Because, like so many things in life, things that we don't enjoy, we just kind of rush to try and get them done so they're over and done with. And my mind is like, no, even if you don't enjoy it, you need to do your best because it will ultimately benefit you in the future. And so That's what we've switched to for now. I do not intend to never pick up the Good and the Beautiful again. In fact, once I'm happy with his printing, I plan for us to go back to that. And so that is what I made the decision for with his handwriting, and that's what we're moving for the foreseeable future. His spelling curriculum, I'm still happy with. He does not love spelling, but it's just one of those things. I'm saying he doesn't love a lot of things, but he actually does enjoy school. But if he complains about things, it's handwriting and spelling. Those are probably the two things he would like complain about. But anyway, he gets it done. It's sequential spelling. I'm very happy with it. I definitely am seeing improvement in his spelling, and just him being more like conscious of the fact of like, okay, how is this supposed to be spelled, instead of just like guessing everything. So that is good. And I know that will just come with time, but I'm happy with that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. What else does he have? Language arts, math, handwriting, spelling, literature. I think that's everything for him. And he's doing really well with school this year. He's doing fantastic. So that's my review of the curriculum that we're using today. I have not been terribly unhappy with any of it. I can just see our needs changing in the next couple of years, and so we will be moving to different things, except for math, because math is solid and very happy with that, and it's working well. It does not take us long to get through a math lesson. He did do times tables earlier this year, a little while ago, and that was perfect for helping to get him more confident with his multiplication, because that was a sticking point for a little bit. But not anymore. He's confident with that. He's doing well, and we're moving into like long division and stuff like that now. So if you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. But I hope you found this helpful, and I wish you all the best if you're starting your homeschool year, and the same as you're looking toward the end of your homeschool year. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. What if your sweetness could reach every